Я сегодня, кстати... Ну, что-то типа того. Там, короче, так, чтобы всю суть прям не объяснять, потому что это долго. Допустим, есть линия людей, стоящих в ряд, типа, и человек так, ну, и ведущий такой говорит, тому, кто сейчас, типа, выберет деньги, я даю там 10 тысяч долларов, 20 тысяч долларов, 30 тысяч долларов, типа, каждому, типа, повышает, повышает, повышает. И если чувак, какой-то кто-то из этой линии соглашается взять деньги, вся линия выбывает. То есть все люди тупо выбывают из игры, только один из этой линии получает деньги, а главный приз 5 миллионов долларов. Их получит только один человек. Очень прикольная игра. Этот чувак, ты его стопудово знаешь. Сейчас я спрошу Майка. Сейчас я покажу. А, все, видно всем, да? Все всем видно. Мистер Бист. Ты по-любому знаешь этого чувака. И у него вот это Beast Games на 5 миллионов долларов. 26 лет чуваку. Очень прикольная игра. Мы прям вчера пакет семечек съели, пока смотрели. Он, грубо говоря, он начал с ничего, я бы сказала. Вообще с ничего начал, чувак. Очень знаменитый он тут. Он очень классно всякие дела, ну, всякие штуки делает, всякие такие шоу. И... Да, он 100 миллионов подписчиков 2022 год. Он известный в Америке очень, чувак. В 26 лет своих это молодец, конечно, парень. Китя. Я, кстати, я сделала новый инфу на канале. Я нашла, мне очень понравились эти два виджета. Прям очень понравились. По внешнему. И, ну, типа, все игры добавила там какие-то. И этот умный интеллект сгенерировал мою фотку. Наконец-то я похожа сама на себя. Перемога, це точно. Он каждый раз что-то вырисовывал, вообще какую-то хуйню, а не мое лицо абсолютно. Меня это бесило. Слушай, кстати, ты не в курсе, что может быть за проблема? У меня игра настолько яркая, сочные краски, а ОБС-ка приглушенно и стрим приглушенный. Ну, то есть абсолютно разные картинки того, что вижу я на экране и что видите вы. Это, типа, может быть, настройки монитора, кстати, до меня только дошло. Я попыталась сегодня скрестить, короче, фотку свою с с картинкой Гарри Поттера, ну, Хогвартс Легаси. Хуйню она мне выдала. Она влепила просто мою фотку, короче, квадратиком в центре. Да-да-да, я до меня только дошло, что это монитор, скорее всего, у меня настройка. Это я всю ночь тут сидела, короче, на полу такая ждала. Цистит себе зарабатывала.
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I've had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case you are precisely the person I need.
Опять это слово precisely.
To repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Пушишки такие маленькие бурундучки, по-моему, разноцветные, если не ошибаюсь.
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there.
Мандрагору?
Supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore.
Я хочу мандрагору.
You could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Revelio. Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Ты какую-то программу специальную используешь для этого? Ты скрещиваешь видео или просто онлайн что-то находишь? Потому что, ну, у меня чат GPT, типа, ограниченный, там... А, сота. Все, я поняла. Сора. Я, по-моему, ее даже видела. Или я ей пользовалась. Подожди, мне кажется, эта Сора мне и создала вот эту мою фотку, что я поставила на профиль. Если не ошибаюсь. Сейчас я гляну. Нет, не она. Другая программка. Я все равно закинула просто туда свою фотку, и оно мне реально выдало мое лицо. Просто ну... Дорисовала туда. Типа магическая такое фигня. Туда платить надо? За эту Сору. Ну, потому что у меня не купленные, нет подписки, а у Майкла подписка есть. На эту Сору. На чат GPT какой-то расширенный. Я могу обрабатывать, по-моему... Ты что вообще? 2-3 фотки могу обрабатывать, типа, всего лишь. А него бесконечно. А, поняла. Короче, я сегодня читала, что чат GPT еще не умеет как бы распознавать, как правильно объяснить, добавлять в то видео, которое он сгенерировал, постоянно что-то новое. Ему проще, ну, проще тогда фотку заново закидывать как-то так, и не говорить ему добавь что-то туда каждый раз, а новую фотку ему показывать и тогда просить, он тогда не будет ошибки делать. Ну, типа, к тому, что вот как у тебя вчера была на фотке, на видео, на заднем плане ты же в купальнике. Это у него, типа, пошел сбой, потому что он не умеет добавлять, я так поняла,
These
эти,
dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling.
постоянно в одно и то же.
Incendio!
Фича, хуича. Ты в плавках?
Must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor.
Не в купальнике же. Ну, не, конечно, если тебе так комфортно и тебе так нравится, я ничего против не имею.
Doesn't care for light.
Ой, подожди. Подожди, я поняла, я поняла. Блин. Это реально Кончита Вурст.
Lumos. Rebellion.
Эй, ключи.
Lumos. Seems the devil's snare was protecting a chest of some kind. Incendio! Lumos. Incendio! Lumos. Incendio! Lumos.
Да, ёперный. Чё у меня только 20 предметов может быть? Аж бесит.
Rebellion. Lumos. Incendio. I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for
О,
Darwin to prove his bravery.
мухоловка.
Revelio. Here. Levioso. Incendio. Lumos.
Ну, выходи, выходи. Чё не выходит? А, все, понял. Это мне Майкл объяснял, что, типа, лучше ему просто каждый раз не просто дополнять твой запрос, а заново закидывать и говорить добавить, заново закидывать и добавить, типа.
Revelio.
Ого. А что мне за костюмчик дали? А, я поняла. Ну, блин, они его улучшают, конечно, кажется, каждым днем, мне кажется. Так быстро это все прогрессирует, что я не удивлюсь, если ты ему через пару месяцев напишешь сюжет, а он тебе фильм сделает. Ну, этот, да, именно видео, который пиляет, да. Это я помню, что он вчера только вышел. Ну, он быстро развивается, сам этот интеллект. Когда чат GPT вышел? Год назад? 2? Мне кажется, год.
Revelio. Revelio.
Чеснок. Профессор Чеснок.
Revelio.
А, это она, профессор Чеснок. Ага. Симпатичная. Где-то я нахожусь. А, зеленая штука, пристройка, понял, это теплица у нас. Тогда все будут хуярить фильмы, аниме через ссоры, через AI. И не будет жизни в этом. Ты так не думаешь? Я сейчас приду через пару минут. Даже минутку. Надо приловчиться, наверное. Это ж не с первого раза, блин. Или ты думал, у тебя с первого раза, блин, хоп, и получилось. Это было бы, конечно, круто. Тут, кстати, еще зависит очень от того, как ты формулируешь фразу. Даже какие слова ты используешь. Одно слово может отличать блин, стать преградой для того, чтобы он тебя понял, что именно ты имеешь в виду.
Revelio.
Ой.
You had to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Can you open, please? thank you.
I love switching spells.
Have you found anything to...
Yes.
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will.
Hmm.
Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
Так. В Хогмитсе ничего не появилось? Ничего не появилось. Подожди. Наше задание. Книгу профессора Фиго. Здесь класс профессора Фига. Хитроумные ключи, блин. Ну да, еще 12 штук. Я думаю, я по ходу дела уже буду искать их. Тут как-то их так сразу не найти. Ладно, давай. Давай что? Давай вот это вот. Оно уже включено у меня, отлично.
Revelio.
Хм.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls.
Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
You can't imagine how inconvenient. Закрыто?
Revelio.
Закрыто.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
Деми маска.
Rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox. It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor.
Ты только меня заметил? Балбес.
I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
Ну?
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Так. Я хотела найти те настройки, которые я вчера нашла, и потом я их не смогла найти. Чтобы сделать чуть-чуть поярче. Графический процессор, это не то. HDR, калибровка изображения, вот оно. Белая точка, так, яркость интерфейса, яркость HDR. Но не, это не то, черная точка. Это тоже не то. Скидывай, сейчас глянем. С первого раза это, конечно, прикол. Так, стопе, стопе, стопе. Мне второй больше нравится. Когда в профиль, не в анфас. А чё ты рукой-то типа себя, типа, бля, по голове так? Так было задумано? Типа, фак. Или типа устал. А. Ну да. Но второе мне больше чуть нравится. Как-то оно мне гармоничнее выглядит, чем первое, не знаю чего.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
11% прошла. Блин, а я еще тут ничего не сделала. Ладно. 11% прошла. Нет, еще и не играла, считай. Я не хочу кнопку, я хочу сюда.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Да подожди, по очереди. Сильно много, блин, требуешь всего. Тихо, тихо. Ну.
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of Crossed Wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
У меня сейчас письмо пришло, что на котика сегодня 2 было application, и 1 одобрили, и он завтра едет домой же. Так что малыш будет Новый год встречать в семье новой.
I certainly am.
Ура!
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Да, це перемога. Такий манюнечка классный вообще. Good evening.
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. Oh wait. Wait. I have Incendio and not the other one. Yeah.
Made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
I think I need to go learn the other one, Red,
Understandable.
and then come back.
Don't take too long. We'll be waiting.
Yeah, that will be smarter. Yeah, that will be better. No, not that one. Sheesh. Yeah, I know. It's actually not the same as I see it on my screen, and I have no idea how to change it. The OBS make it look like cloudy. I don't know. I was trying to fix it here. No, it should be performance. Yeah, it should be performance. Yeah, I should do this. I was trying today and it's not working.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
I like her hair.
Together.
How old is she?
To have everyone back
To be a
together again.
teacher.
This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
Okay.
The best time to plant a seed is last season.
Revelio.
Second best time is now.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or Rosie?
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your class, come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
My little flower.
The edges mustn't curl and turn
Oops.
brown like that.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh.
Here we are. Home. Grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that button? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Oh.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters.
That's cool.
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
There was only one. And after my shift, he got 2 obligations. So he's going home tomorrow. And we won't have any kitties left for the Christmas.
Revelio.
It's really cool.
Transfiguration.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking it.
I want to check something.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
When can you speak? We must first understand it. But to understand kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the great hall.
Revelio.
I'm dreading taking on.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school?
Professor Black would never allow that.
Revelio.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Что за усик? Я не совсем поняла, какой усик.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
My parents considered sending me home from school this year after...
I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with...
Oh, another Weasley.
So myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Very well. I'll bring you a Fwooper feather.
Brilliant! Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Your potion...
Revelio.
station.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Professor, what should I be doing again?
You should have collected the ingredients from my office and begun brewing a potion at your cauldron. Finish your potion, and then return to me. Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it! Not
I was
again!
impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot coming from a fellow Ravenclaw. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Wasn't expecting that literally to blow up in my face. It was rather brilliant, though. I'd better clean up. You should finish brewing your potion if you haven't already.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Don't get too cookie simple.
Ugh, My robes are going to
Slytherin's a lucky one for students to break.
The Troll Slayer of Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
I wonder if it's even quieter enough.
Revelio. 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 This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
It is good to
Revelio.
see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili Land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your
Revelio.
pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here? Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now. But they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ranrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ranrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been
Revelio.
under better circumstances.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Archie, I don't have time to...
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn.
But you should see them, Mummy. They're beautiful. These horses with wings.
Oh, that's enough. I'm too tired for your stories today. You stay right here where I can see you. Now, why don't you do some more drawings for me?
Very well, Mummy.
Revelio. Revelio. Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My ingredients are all local to this area, and my potions are brewed to keep you healthy and safe.
What do you have for sale?
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice. I hope to see you again sometime.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'm afraid I still don't have my card.
Beseech you for some assistance.
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see. This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
И не расскажем мы о нем. Что-то ищу на дне. Да, блин. Ну... Говно. Можно мне рюкзак? Даже, блин, в Хогвартс Легаси можно плавать. Не то, что сталкер вонючий.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
Что это за зверь впереди меня? О боже. Иди в баню. Я не могу его убить, я в воде. Блин.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
Что я сильно добрая в этой игре. Всем все бесплатно отдаю. Так что пусть платят.
I did, but it wasn't easy. I shall need to be compensated.
I see. That's fair, I suppose. A reward, so to speak, for finding the buried treasure. Thank you for recovering it. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
I refuse to be treated in this manner! Put me?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Stop right there!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Better luck next time!
Back some more.
just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close to Hogwarts.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me.
Revelio.
It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these theories.
Incendio. Levioso.
Lumos.
Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames made the pyre sink.
Curious. The pyres are
Revelio.
back where they started.
Incendio.
Clearly, all three of these pyres are meant to... Yes, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallow Sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Так, я думаю, я прервусь на полчасика и запущу чуть-чуть позже. Хочу ужин приготовить. Что там у тебя получается, Алу? Блин. Может, есть какие-то онлайн другие эти application, которыми можно сделать это все? Я пока вот так напишу. Типа онлайн какую-то найти программу типа видео, которая генерит. И уже то, что сгенерила Сора, закинуть туда. На доработку. Так сказать. Так, ладно, я пойду курочку пожарю. И вернусь через полчасика. Ну, возможно. А потом дорабатывать именно в Соре ее. Может и так. Чью игру не было слышно? Это говно. Ладно, я вернусь через